All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, the bonus, small apostle to the elders of Great Millstone. Much peace and love to all the brothers on this work, and truth and sincerity. Shalom. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 1. It says, keep not thou silent. Keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. So thy enemies make a tumult means an uprising. Let's go to the definition of tumult. I don't want to butcher it. It says a bust, a uproar, a disorder, a disturbance. So basically, thine enemies make an uproar. The Lord's enemies are making an uproar against his people. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. So the people that hate us, they manifest in their hatred towards us. Verse 3, it says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulting against thy hidden ones. Now they have taken crafty counsel. Now the word counsel means plan, opinion. So they have created a crafty plan against the nation of Israel. Opinion, a plan. So they have created crafty counsel. They have made a plan in order against our people and consulted against us. They're of one consent. They're all together. They're confederate with each other. With one mission to make sure Jake stays on the bottom. Jake don't know who he is. We continue to be the so-called base people that we all have begun to be. They are staging this event, with George Floyd, to be one of the things that gets Jake riled up to make Jake want to do violence and things of that nature. That's the main reason why these things is happening. But some people are falling for the trick, the okie doke, so to speak. But some are not, because it's known that Esau isn't doing nothing but trying to get our people to rise up and create violence so he can bring order. Because that's the point. Ado ab chaos. That's their motto, man. Order out of chaos. Create chaos and bring order. That's what they're going to do. They're going to create chaos, which is like problem, reaction, solution. Create a problem, look at the people's reaction, which they're reacting very violent, and come up with a solution, which is the martial law and the National Guard being called on the streets and people getting looting. People are looting. People going to get the shooting like Donald Trump said. Once the looting start, the shooting start, because he's with this violence. He's juiced in, man. He wants the minds of the people to start killing each other. He wants the people to do this violence. He wants this shit because ultimately they have a crafty counsel against our people. They have a plan against us. And if you fall for the okie doke, you're going to end up being killed. He wants you to fall for his plan, his master plan. So he wants you to start getting violent so he can start shooting motherfuckers, man. That's what Esau wants. It says, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasharallah may be no more in remembrance. And for a period of time, that name wasn't. Because we didn't know who the hell we were. Leave it up to Esau, we're a bunch of Africans, man. And his lies. But through the spirit, it don't matter how much money these elites spent trying to hide the truth, we still found out. And it's all through the Lord, the Spirit of the Lord. So these devils have been having crafty counsel against us from the jump, from the start. Beat our nationality out of us and create a new slave, man, under a new name and a new nationality, which are African slaves, man. So-called African slaves, because we're not African. Even the Africans know we're not African. Because the truth has been revealed. But that's the crafty counsel that this devil has prescribed. That means the pre-right. He prescribed this crafty counsel against us for generations, man. And he has been continuing to go along with his lie. And the Lord is is finally put an end to this shit. Into his crafty counsel. He's secretly desiring to kill us. Because remember Georgia Guidestones right here in the state of Georgia maintain population under 500 million. And it is written in multiple languages, man. Why? Because it's they of one consent, man. These heathens, they of one consent to depopulate the earth. They juiced in, man. They are part of the big plan. You know? It says the tabernacles of Edom, which is the chief, the head of this bullshit, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gebal and Ammon, and Amalek, and the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. Talking about the Japanese, the so-called Amalekites, them gutter rats over there. The so-called Jewish people. The Philistines, so-called African nations. Tyre, also African nations. It says, do unto them as that. Well, no, it's like verse 8. It says, Ashur also is with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Because all of these nations are against us. They're against us. And ultimately, Esau is just trying to create chaos, which it had came out that a police officer or agent of provocateurs is the one that excited the riots. He the one that got the spirits of these people riled up. Because like we say constantly, man, it was a part of the plan. It was a part of their counsel. And they're going to continue to try to get our people riled up so they can send out martial law. And people start looting, shooting, killing, and stealing, man. And then they're going to try to bring in the troops. They're going to bring them in, man. And lock a lot of people up, kill some of them, lock them up in concentration camps and torture them and kill them. This is the crafty counsel of this devil, man. And it's all through the spirit that we know. The Lord said this. The Lord ain't going to keep us in the dark about nothing. This 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And he's got an advantage over these other people because they playing right into his hand. He ain't going to get an advantage over the elect because the Lord is going to warn the elect of what's happening. The elect are going to know what's going on. They're not going to be blinded like these people out here are blinded and wrongfully following the devil, following this agent to riot and loot. And ultimately ends in your result. The end result is your death, man. Because they're not doing nothing but setting you up. You Jakes, you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you're being set up. You are being set up, man. They setting you up for the okie doke, man. They setting you up. And they gonna kill you. They setting you up for the kill, man. And you better pay attention. Or you're gonna suffer the consequences, man. So with that, I'm gonna give all praises and glory to Yahweh Shem El Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Double honor to my apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone. Much peace and love to all the brothers doing this work in truth and sincerity, man. Don't be ignorant of the bullshit that these devils is doing because it's just part of their crafty counsel. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.